Alright, here is the first video in, I guess, behind the scenes of making this film that doesn't even have a title yet. But we're about to start filming in 5 days, and stress is starting to set in. With all the things, just thinking about what all is going into it. Script, I could read through this thing probably 100 times and continue to change things and try to make it better, but just got to go with it at some point. But we're only filming about 20 minutes worth of the movie, beginning and end, with what's going on with that. But it's not just that, you know, I'd feel better if it was just me filming a lot of it, because I know what I'm doing with the camera, but I've got people helping. They don't know as much, and so rather than just focusing on trying to act out these parts, I'm thinking at the same time, is the camera in the right place? How are these lights? Is the exposure right? All the stuff, working with S-Log that I haven't done in a while and making sure I expose right for that so that I don't get to editing and grading and realize, oh, that was a good take, but the camera settings were off. Just all those little things like that. And also having kids involved with acting with them, so all those things on top of it. I don't want to waste time. I want to try to get stuff done as well as I can. I've spent a lot of time over the last week trying to film versions of the various scenes to see how the camera angles would work before we get to the location and make sure that it looks good, so we're not just trying to spend all our time setting up. And I kind of edited a rough version of various scenes together to know, okay, we only need to say these lines from this angle or these from that angle, and I'll still go through the whole thing from the various angles, but know the important parts, and we can do a section of it a few times and move on to the next section rather than trying to make sure we're remembering a whole scene with kids involved and stuff like that. But we got a ton of equipment here as well. I mean, we've got lights, we got cameras, lenses. This here is full of audio equipment. I got this thing because we're gonna be filming out on the beach, so making sure we get good audio without the wind noise. And I got some new sandbags, some new C-stands here, my good tripods. I got lights all over the place. These Zion lights that I've been using, and a new one, it's in here somewhere, an RGB light that's similar to this. I got a new rig to go along with my FX3 here. So right now I just have this attachment on. I bought a cage for it, and but that can go on here, so we can have one of these nice mics hooked up to it. My desk is a mess right now. Got the gimbals ready to go. Oh, here's that other Zion light. Right here, got a bunch of lenses I rented. This is a 50, I'm on the 24 right now. We got the 35 on here, and then got my 24 to 70 as a backup, but I want to use mostly primes. And this 100 to 400 was the most expensive one to rent that I need for one shot, but you know, you do what you have to. Also have this that screws into the side. Not screws in, but it connects here. And I usually put the monitor on top of this, but I was testing out some various setups, and that's how that worked. And down here, we've got a bunch of accessories with, I'll just pull it out here. We got gaff tape, batteries, filters, and all kinds of stuff we're gonna need for that. So making sure, for one, I pack all this stuff so that we have what we need, because that's gonna be really important. But just starting to get stressed out, and I think, obviously, you know, this isn't going to be a Hollywood film. You know, you watch a movie and think, oh, that's so great, which I film the same type of scenes, doing conversations, over the shoulder shots, making stuff look good. I go back and watch them like, it just doesn't look that great. I feel like movies are better, but then I go watch a movie and it looks like the exact same thing. So I kind of feel like no matter who you are, you're probably going to think your own stuff isn't as good, unfortunately. But, you know, you just got to roll with it and try the best you can. I keep thinking multiple times, maybe I should just quit, just forget about it. I've thought about writing this for like 4 years and keep telling myself, no, that's dumb, you won't do it, you won't do it. But I finally just said, you know what, I'm just gonna do it, and we're gonna make this happen. We've got a small window of time where we can film this, because I need Jill to be pregnant for part of it, and she's almost 8 months pregnant now, so we don't have a lot of time. We just gotta go get this done, try to film it in a week, and hopefully that works out well. And when I think of all those things together, that's what gets really overwhelming. But what I have to remember is, or I keep telling myself is, you know what? You've done multiple short films, you know how to work lights, you know how to work audio, all these different things, how to make this stuff look good. So just focus on one scene at a time. Look at it as a series of a bunch of short films rather than this whole movie that you're trying to put together all at once. And you know, we're planning on shooting one scene in the morning, one scene at night. And that's the other thing too, dealing with weather and stuff like that is kind of stressful, because up until today, the forecast for next week at the beach that we're going to is rainy and cloudy every day, which I need 2 days. We might be able to work it in 1 day for 2 beach sunset type of scenes. So if we can work both those in 1 day, it'd be really nice. And right now, 1 day is showing that it's partly cloudy and sunny without rain. So, you know, you gotta just do what you can. Most of it, thankfully, is inside, so it's not gonna be as big a deal. And the condo is really well insulated, so even if it's raining, it shouldn't be a big deal for us. And a lot of it's at night, so we can control the lighting. Not a big deal. So just try to make it work. Focus on doing 1 scene at a time. Set everything up. And it's kind of overwhelming thinking too, you know, I want to make sure I know the lines really well and that I'm acting them out well and not just thinking about what line's coming next, acting and reacting and making the stuff real. That's the hard part because I don't have a lot of experience in that. My wife's a lot better. And these tests we did, she was like on point. And I'm thinking, okay, now I know what I gotta work on. So just focus on 1 thing at a time, focus on 1 scene, practice it all day, film it at night, start practicing the next mornings, film it, and then just kind of brain dump everything after that, because once you film the scene, you're done, move on to the next thing. So 1 step at a time. If you get overwhelmed with this type of stuff, just move on with it. I'm gonna try to film a lot of stuff that we're doing, have a camera set up all the time when we're filming to show what we're doing with lights, with cameras, with settings, with audio, with blocking, acting, working with kids. There's gonna be a lot involved, but I'm excited about doing it, putting it out now. We're making a movie, and we'll see how it goes. So let me know in the comments if you have any questions about writing screenplays, planning for shoots, what kind of equipment you need. I've cut a lot here. I've bought a few $1,000s worth of stuff for the last couple weeks. Thanks to you guys, all funded by YouTube, with y'all's support from watching these videos. So I really appreciate it. It's really fun sharing what I've learned, sharing my projects, and that you guys enjoy it is really cool to see. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Good luck.